Hey Loyola family, welcome. I hope you're having a great summer. This is Adam Bemmels, your principal, giving you a little bit of an update on what we've got going on this summer and a peek ahead into next school year, which is just over a month away now. So once again, I hope you're having a great summer. Wishing everybody good health and lots of fun here this summer for you and your children. And we're going to take a peek. We're going to take a peek here on the lower level of the upper campus, and we're going to talk about next year and what K through 6 is going to look like. Our preschool through 6th grade actually is all going to be on the lower level. And so I want to kind of give you a glimpse and update on where we are as far as where your kids will be in a general sense next year. Not specific classroom, but you'll get a general sense of where they will be as we head into next year. So we'll take a walk down this wing here. As you know, last year this was my office, and I will be down at the end of the hall this next year where Mr. Breen was last year. So that's where I'm going to be next year. That's where you'll be able to find me. In the receptionist area here next year, we will have Mrs. Martinka. We're going to be absolutely happy to have her up here in the receptionist area along with Mrs. Brolick as well. And then in the secretarial office here, we'll have Mrs. Pankinen and Mrs. Brolick as well supporting us there. So that's where you'll be able to find us next year. As we head down this wing now, one of the new concepts for next year that is going to be different and a change for our school is in the past we've had it be K4, 5-8, and 9-12. And next year we're going to be moving into a K6, 7-12 system. So our 7-12 is going to be secondary level, and our K6 is more of the primary. But I want to talk about 5th and 6th right now. So 5th and 6th grade is going to be down on this end of the wing here. And it's kind of a hybrid program. So what we're going to take is some K through 4 concepts where they have a homeroom, but we're also going to have specialized teachers. So that's where the difference comes into play here. So for next year, right here in this classroom, we'll have Mrs. Ellingworth, and she's going to be teaching 5th and 6th grade English language arts. So that'll be her specialty for next year, and she'll be right here in this room, which was last year the staff office workroom. As we continue to head down the hall here, right here we have Miss Reilly. Miss Reilly will be teaching social studies and religion for 5th and 6th grade next year. So that'll be her classroom right there. Right here, and this was her room last year, she was 4th grade teacher. This year she'll be 5th and 6th grade math teacher, and that's Mrs. Sizer. So we are excited to have her become a part of our math department and specializing in math for 5th and 6th grade next year, and I hope you're excited about that too. So her classroom is staying the same, even with the move. And then right here on the same side of the hall, we will have Mrs. Stahl. And Mrs. Stahl, who was on our lower campus last year, she will be up here with us this year, and she'll be teaching science, and she'll be doing writing as well. That is her background and her specialty, so we're happy to have Mrs. Stahl up here with us doing science and writing for our 5th and 6th grade as well. So these 4 classrooms you'll see will be our homerooms for 5th and 6th grade, and also where they'll be taking their specialized classes. Lockers here, we don't have them assigned yet, but as you can see in between these 4 classrooms, that's where the 5th and 6th grade lockers will be for next year. All right, so obviously with that change of Mrs. Sizer going to 5th and 6th grade, we will have somebody moving up into 4th grade next year. So Mrs. Wenlent, she was a 4th grade teacher last year. She'll stay in 4th grade this year. And then the addition to 4th grade will be Mrs. Mack. Mrs. Mack was a 3rd grade teacher last year, and she'll be coming up and teaching 4th grade for us this year. We will be having one section of 3rd grade for this upcoming year, and that will be Mrs. Campbell, who will be back from maternity leave starting in the fall. And oddly enough, Mrs. Mack will be going on maternity leave at some point this upcoming year. So that's of the changes we've got going on in the K through 6 area. That's the biggest changes for this next year. So as we continue to move down the hall, everything stays sequential as far as order and class order and numbering. So 2nd grade, we've got Mrs. Rentschler and Mrs. Moss back for next school year. And then as we continue to move down, one of the other changes is we will have we'll still have 2 1st grade sections, which will be taught again by Mrs. Holman and Mrs. Willard, but just their locations will change. So We have two first grade classrooms. One is actually in this wing right here, so we'll have a first grade classroom there, which was our resource room last year, and then first grade here on the end, which was our Spanish room last year. So that's some of the changes you'll see here on the lower level, and then everything else down this way for next year is going to be staying the same. We'll have preschool and kindergarten, preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten down this hall. One of the things you'll see with the smart room for next year is that's kind of a multi-purpose room, be used for our preschool plus program, which is a new addition this year for our 5-day AM kids to be able to stay and stay after and have an additional portion of their day. They'll be able to take naps there in the smart room as well as the pre-K kids. So kind of an overflow room for naps as we need the space for them to take their naps. Also, one additional change to that area this year will be Mrs. Waska will be doing afternoon resource for our K through 6 program as well. So Mrs. Waska is still down this wing here, and that's where those students will be able to go for some resource work in the afternoon. Mrs. Waska will still be teaching our 2-day and 3-day AM programs, but she'll be helping us out with resource in the afternoon. That's a glimpse here to the lower level. We'll take a walk upstairs in just a moment and take a look at what we have going on in our 712.